All right, cool.
Thank you.
Eric and Evelyn, we share with everybody what we're going to be doing today. We have a pretty short session. We're going to do a little Q&A if you guys want to do that. But then we are going to have a vow renewal. And some people are stressed out about that. It's not 15 or 20 minutes. It could literally be 30 seconds.
I do again.
Yeah, like, hey, I'm going to commit to being faithful. I'm going to commit to being present, to being, choosing forgiveness, to being full of joy, stuff like that.
What do you say?
To get the right questions answered.
Oh.
I'm going to commit to being better at games. I'm going to commit to more sex. How can I serve you? Before we get to that, we're still talking on the blueprints of marriage. So we're talking about the finishing and living in it. And so today we're talking about a house versus a home. A house is built, a home is lived in. That's the focus, right? And you guys know that. Like when you first bought, I remember when Krissy and I first bought our house. And I was like, Mike, I did it. I fulfilled her dream. I got her the house. Little did I know that when you just bought the house, that wasn't the home that she wanted. Because now all of a sudden, there's painting, there's furnishing, there's the appliances, there's the decorating, there's the moving things around. It took more time than I actually thought. And not just more time, but more money.
Yeah.
Because you spend X amount on the house, but then to make it a home, it takes more. And that's what we're talking about today. Actually just making sure that your life is the home that you and your spouse desire, what that looks like. So we're talking about some finishing touches, regular inspection, and then actually living in the home.
I think what's really important here is like understanding the world that we live in, the culture that we live in. As believers, we don't live in this culture. We have to choose every day to live in kingdom culture. We're not looking for perfection. We're not looking for this Instagram life. And we talked about, I think I shared it one time, but we had a couple that were in Indiana. It was not you guys. And it was not you guys. Let's be clear. They lived the perfect Instagram life. Their marriage looked wonderful. They looked like they were in love and they just had it all together. But I tell you what, we were the ones counseling them behind the scenes. And it was a hot mess. And that's not the life I want you guys to live in. I want your life to look like what it actually is and to be happy in that and to be proud of the house that you guys live in. And so when we build our house, when we are building it and making it a home, do you love it? Do you love it? And it's not about perfection, right? It's about personalization. And so for what we're going through, the blueprints of marriage, this is the paint on the walls. This is the cabinet color. This is the flooring, the carpet, the hardwood floors. Things that over the years, they're going to change. The way that we live our lives right now with our small children is not the way that we're going to live when our house is empty, right? This is the personalization and the things that are going to change over time. Your hobbies, your interests, your jobs, careers. Did you know today, like probably not our age range, but like, what do they call, they're not millennials, what's after us? The Gen Z. Gen Zs are gonna change their careers, not jobs, careers, 9 times in their whole life. Their career. I'm like, that's crazy to me, and that is so stressful. But if they wanna do it, whatever. But it's things like that. And you have to understand that there's going to be times of flexibility and things that are going to change. And you're going to have to bend and move and be flexible. And those are the things that we're talking about today. And so the last section of the book talks about all that stuff. The first 2 days, this is foundational things. These are things that are never going to shift in your marriage. So when we talked about the things on Tuesday and yesterday, those things should never change. Your love for the Lord should never change. Those spiritual foundations, never changing. But these things will. And we have to the hard part is, and I think this is where people get tripped up now that I think about it. This is where people get tripped up. Like things are changing. Well, I'm different and you're different. Oh, we're not for each other anymore. No. People change thank God we are not the same people that we married, right? Anybody the same person you are when you got married? You didn't even listen to my question. But like, praise God that like we have complemented each other and helped one another grow to a point where we are better versions of ourselves, right? And so not getting mad at your spouse, we fell out of love. We have different, yeah, you should. But you should be growing together. And that's the flexing and all the other things that we're talking about today. Do you have anything?
Nope.
Wonderful.
You told me not to talk.
Oh my gosh.
Maintenance matters. Proverbs 27:17. Iron sharpens iron as a friend sharpens a friend. We should be sharpening one another in marriage. Inspections are proactive, not reactive. They can catch the small issues before they grow. This is why, we've shared this so many times. It's super simple, a marriage checkup. When you're sharing, what are 3 things you're doing well? What's 1 thing you could work on? This isn't 3 things you're doing good and 1 thing you suck at. Verbiage matters, right? Hey, here's something I'd like to see you work on a little more. Instead of saying like, again, you suck at fill in the blank. But it's crazy. I'm telling you guys, if you started putting together marriage inspections, you would see so much of the frustration drop so much more because you create a space to have healthy conversations and conflict. In our world, we almost think like in marriage, you don't have conflict. Healthy conflict is actually a bridge to connection. It's actually a bridge to unity. But in our world, we're like, if there's conflict, that means we're not okay. So we ignore it, we sweep it under the rug, we don't have the hard conversations, but that's actually where bitterness and where the devil can get a foothold in your marriage to actually cause division. And so you have to start getting comfortable being uncomfortable. And so here are some how to inspect your marriage. So again, consistent date nights. Are you going on consistent date nights? Monthly check-ins. So I would even say if you've never done a check-in, don't do monthly. We do monthly now. Start weekly. Because you'll realize, this is what happened with us. This is how superficial these can be, just so you guys know, okay? Because sometimes you might be like, well, we don't need a check-in because we don't have anything big, Mike. Let me share with you the small thing that bugged Krissy. She would tell me 3 things I'm doing great. You're doing X, Y, and Z great. The thing that I need you to work on is I always have to put away 3 children's pairs of shoes.
Times 5 because they change them all the time.
Right. And then when you're there, it's another pair of shoes. And I'm walking to the door and I'm tripping over all these shoes. I would appreciate it if you start putting your own shoes away. That was our first marriage check-in. And since that conversation, my shoes are now, I put them in my own closet every single time because I knew how much it bothered. So that's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be this big thing where it's like a blow-up thing already. But if I wouldn't have done that, her tripping over my shoes day after day, because I wear size 12. Like, that's a big shoe to trip over. You know what I mean? That's going to annoy her. It would turn into a bigger thing. So those little things, it says this in the Bible, that the small foxes spoil the vine. So we want to get those small foxes. Krissy, what is your checkup that we always revisit? Because I actually think I've done pretty well with the shoes. How would you say?
I think I've done pretty well with mine.
You have. I wouldn't say you're batting 1,000, but you're batting 1,000.
It is probably 90% of the time, 95% of the time. He just wants me. He wants, not that we're not having sex. He wants me to initiate it. He wants me to initiate the sex.
Any man agree with that?
It's not even just saying.
Okay.
Alex was like,
"This is a safe place, Mike. Go ahead, put your hand up. Let Stephanie see it. Go ahead, Michael.
What's the question?
Every other man's hands
What's the
up.
question?
Who wants their spouse to initiate sex?
I think I initiate.
Do you? Do you initiate?
it's because we're the same person.
I think I'm okay. Yeah.
Hey, no, okay,
Like,
stop,
yes,
right?
I do. See? Look at you
That's why
guys.
he would have put his hand up. Mike's like, I'm exhausted. I am.
I really don't.
Exhaust you more.
Uh-huh. Oh, man. So us 3 are very much alike. See, here I am like the women again.
But I will say this. I'll say 2 things. Number 1, I think when I communicated with him about the shoe thing, it overlapped on other things. Now I don't have to pick up his clothes on the floor, right? He sticks them in the laundry basket. It's like he took that one thing, he's like, oh, okay, and I don't even know if he did this on purpose, but it's like.
I'm just very thoughtful of it.
But I don't act like his mother because he sees and recognizes those things, but it was because I had that conversation. And number 2, when he shares the same fix almost 95% of the time, he is never degrading me. Never. He never makes me feel bad about it. He actually just kind of looks at me like, you know what it is. I don't even want to say it. And I'm just like, okay. And so when he says verbiage matters, so does tone. So does eye rolling. Right?
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
If at every check-in you have the same, he has the same,
Yeah.
does it ever get to the point where he gets frustrated with it?
That's what I'm saying. No.
No?
He gets it because here's the thing, like he knows how much I do and he sees the things behind the scenes that I am, because there was for like, I don't know, like 2 full years where I was really struggling with my health and I could not figure it out and I was having a really hard time. And so it's like having grace for those things, right? Having grace that, because we were literally, I don't know what you said. You were like, yeah, I was like working 80 hours. Joe literally was doing the math. He was like, he literally has 8 hours a day to get home, sleep, hang out with his family, go to church, do all of his other responsibilities in the house. 8 hours every day when we all have the opposite. And so, not that we were talking about this specific thing, but we were just like, oh my gosh, that's like, when you put that in perspective, like that's wild. And so it's like having grace for your spouse, but also being very strategic. So when we talk about like our sex schedule, and we did a whole podcast about like 5 different types of schedules. Maybe it's a day of the week, maybe it's the number of times, maybe it's who initiates one day. It's like a bunch of stuff, so go watch it. But it's having the grace for your spouse, the empathy, not sympathy, but like literally, if I had to work 16 hours a day, I would be like dead. Like really.
I feel like you're on a cruise ship.
You know what I'm saying?
When he works those hours, it's just as hard on me because
Right.
I'm at home.
Absolutely. You're right. You're absolutely right. And so it's having those conversations and planning, right? Okay, you aren't working a double on Thursday. He'll look at me a lot of the times because our whole life is out there. He initiates Monday and Thursday, okay? Everybody, we're just gonna talk about it. But sometimes he initiates Mondays and Thursdays. That's our schedules.
He sends me home early on Thursdays. Hey, well, you can go pick up Evelyn.
See you later. We'll take Nani too.
And the kids. And the kids. The cruise ship don't count. But I'll say this, like, but it's being intentional. Like, if we have a busy day on Monday or whatever day it is, it'll be like 11 a.m. He's like, you better get your coffee and get your head in the game. And we make it like fun and lighthearted, but because this is important to him, it is important to me. And so it's like having those like little conversations, and we're gonna talk about this in a minute. It's
And
not
also
on this
for
one,
all
but.
of our lead team, you know now why Monday we cut off video right on time. Because I'm trying to get to my next meeting.
Next Monday, Thursdays will be really awkward. Like all the, you have to change your
I know, right? Like everybody's be texting.
No,
They gotta go.
he's proud. He is proud. He's gonna send all you guys a text like, see you guys.
And I can relate to the situation. It's like I drive 4 hours, 5 hours a day. I get home.
Just to get to and from work, yeah.
And then I'm like, something will come up. Bart, can you go take care of this? I'm tired.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be at work.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get back to it later. My problem is procrastinating. And then she feels like I'm neglecting her.
Yeah.
I just worked all day, or the weekend. Saturday and Sunday we get day off, day to rest. So it's hard. It's
Mm-hmm.
finding that balance. I'm not blaming her
Right.
or anything, but trying to find that balance between our schedules to do the chores and when we rest.
Yeah. And that's a healthy conversation. So speaking on that, is because what our society will teach is give your all to work and not to your wife. But that's not biblical. Work was created before sin. Adam was taking care of the garden before sin. But then he was given Eve to take care of. And so obviously we know as we work, it's to take care of our family, but also then if we're missing the emotional, the spiritual, the physical, the things around the home. And that's where, like you just said, it's knowing like, what does my weekly rhythm look like? And so like for me, especially when our kids were really small, on my drive home from a long day of work, I would take a power nap. So at night I had energy to keep doing it. Because I didn't want to come home and be so exhausted from work that I didn't have any energy for my children or my wife. And so that's something, again, you guys have that discussion with what does that look like? And it might be like, hey, for, the honey-do list always gets pushed to Sunday after church or Saturday, first thing Saturday morning, whatever it looks like, because your week is so crazy, it can't be done. Like for Omar to have a honey-do list, especially on his overtime weeks, that would be impossible. And it would cause that frustration. So that's why, again, the healthy conversation matters so much, because it changes from week to week, because you don't work 80 hours every week. So it's like one week A might look different than week B. And so we have to remember, like, our calendars have to be flexible. When it comes to this, though, like your monthly marriage check-ins, the more you do that, the more you're going to see those things start to get lower and lower and lower. But also, like what you were saying, having grace. Because what'll happen is Krissy will initiate sex, so we do this monthly now. Krissy will initiate sex strong for the first 2 weeks, and then it begins to teeter off. Right? She's Wonder Woman the first 2 weeks, killing it.
How'd that go again?
And then it begins to fall off. But I don't get offended because you know what? I also have my schedule, so I know I'm having sex at least 2 times a week.
But I'm going to take it even deeper, especially for you guys. Like, you want to really get personal with your wife and really take care of her and do all this stuff, learn her menstrual cycle.
Oh.
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Learn each cycle, because that's it. I'm going to be a racehorse 1 week, and you ain't going to keep up with me. The next week, I'm dead to the world.
But that racehorse week, good competition.
But if you don't know these things, you're going to get really frustrated with your wife. When we were literally...
Better than I do.
Come
Like,
on.
I'm not touching you that week.
But that's like next level. It's like, if you really want to understand your wife, understand that about her. Because we're not even logical in those moments. We don't even know. I need you to know. And tell me. Don't tell me.
So
that'll make me even more mad.
Yesterday,
Even past that age,
Yeah.
she still had,
Really.
she still had that time.
Learn those rhythms of her life.
But just so you know, there's a difference between just knowing, I know my wife's on her period this week.
No,
right?
that's not what I'm talking about.
But the actual,
The luteal cycle, your actual period,
Before and after.
Yes.
I forget the names of all of them.
So
Whatever.
she has an app that it will tell her, this is how you're going to be feeling this week, 100%. And she tells me how she's
You're going to be
feeling
more
this week.
tired. You're going to feel more bloated. You're going to need more rest. Your body needs this.
You're craving
this
sweets.
week's, you need higher carbs just to help your body. Because, like, we get so frustrated with our bodies, and we're like, what am I doing wrong? Nothing. You haven't changed it. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, that's next level, though. That's if you really want to get to know your spouse,
Yeah.
your wife.
Do you remember what the name of that app is?
Clue.
Clue. Get yourself a clue.
Get yourself a clue.
Annual vision retreat. It's similar to what you guys are doing right now.
Here we are. Good job. Good job, everybody.
But that's even like the book we gave you. So like when Krissy and I like worked on that book, it was because we did something very similar where we got away. Gwen was,
Weeks old.
we took a 3-day vision retreat when she was weeks old. That's again how much we prioritize marriage over our children. Because again, we have to model for them what a healthy marriage looks like. And so even though she's weeks old, we went, so we were living in Indiana at the time. We went to New Buffalo, which was like a 40-minute drive, not far at all. And because Krissy was still nursing, we would meet my mom
Halfway. Drop off milk.
and then we'd go back. But we went through the booklet just like you guys are doing, and we were building what do we want our marriage to look like. And we just took 3 days. The first part of the day, we were going through the booklet. The second part, we're just having fun, like we're doing on the cruise. Laying by the pool, we went paddle boarding, we stayed at a cabin. Like, it was just a good time. Watch movies, take naps, all this stuff. But again, we do that for work. We do that for church. We like, hey, we're gonna get a vision for our workplace, our church, our organization. So we do retreats and all this stuff, but we've never actually done that as a couple. And so it's like, it's always great to have a yearly and just put it on. And so even for you guys, if you're like, hey, I'm gonna start doing this for the marriage cruise every year, where, again, a session is hour and 15, and then I'm going to go through a booklet, making sure we're on course for that, we're still moving in the same direction. This is still the goal. And then just have fun the rest of the time. But setting that in and looking at your calendars, because we all know this. Life gets busy. And if we don't dictate what goes on our calendar first, the calendar will dictate how busy we are. Things just come up nonstop, especially when you're having kids, especially when you're having small groups, especially when you're having birthday parties. I mean, when we first met Eric and Evelyn, I couldn't believe how many parties they had every single week. I'm like, when do you get a break? And he was like, we don't. I was like, this is crazy, man. And so it's like saying, like, I can say no. When Krissy and I, when we first did Dave Ramsey, he teaches you this, right? Like, as you're getting debt-free, he's like, you just got to say no to parties. Because you can't afford that birthday gift that you want to give them, even though you love them.
The dinners.
The dinners, right? So you can buy the house, canceling the dinners.
Eating out all the time.
So, annual vision treat, and then community, like this, at your church, right? You want to have, and we talked about a little bit yesterday, who's that couple you look up to? And not just the couple you look up to, who might be going through the same, where you're at. So you're saying, hey, like, how did you guys get through that? Where are you at right now? You know what I mean? Go. All right, so here's a question for you guys. When was your last real marriage checkup? So this is interactive.
You've never heard of it before, you've never done it before. So we're going to do it right now. You guys are going to take like 3 minutes. 3 things you're doing right, one thing you can work on.
3 things that you appreciate about each other, 1 thing that you would like to see them improve on or work on.
Oh, right now?
Right now.
Right now, do it. Ooh.
Yeah, Michael, you're going to go in the back with your
Oh, TikTok's getting all your
information.
This signal's so terrible.
I bet it is.
What a question, one more time?
I don't even know.
3 things your spouse is doing
If you
great.
need to shut off, that's fine.
That's okay.
1 thing you want them to work on, both ways. You
She
tell
said,
me,
"You
then
tell
I'll
me."
tell you. You go first.
Keeping me in check.
So also, this is a safe place to say, hey, we're going to be honest with each other and not be offended, right? Because you want to strengthen the marriage.
What did she say?
Witnesses.
I wear long sleeves for a reason.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It's a good conversation with that.
I love that.
Wow. What's going on? What's the Lord doing right now, Karina?
I need a list.
All right, guys, how'd everybody do with their marriage checkup?
You guys good?
Yeah, well, you only did my part.
Oh, wow.
You guys can finish up later now that you know how it works, because we don't want to take up a
So
ton
were
of time.
you were sharing with her what you appreciate about her?
Yeah, we did 3 and 3. I think
Oh,
you did
perfect.
1, 3, 2, but
Bro, you gotta save those other.
I don't wanna write it.
Chamber, bro.
Or next.
And so, great example. We started doing this 3 and 3, and when we started sharing this on the Married Life for 3 and 3, people thought 3 and 3 was too hard. So we're like, take it down to 3 and 1. What are 3 things you're doing good? What's 1 thing? So if you feel like you're at a spot where, I can share 3 things they can work on, go for it. So thanks for
Because if
bringing that
like
up,
one of
Barb.
them is your shoes, like that's kind of an easy one, but one of them's like deeper.
Right.
Like, you guys know
Yep.
what you guys can handle.
Yep. And again, the more that you're able to have these conversations of, I like to see, like, it's kind of, we talked about this before. It's like something that you're doing, like something to keep doing, something I like to see you do, something I like you to stop doing, right? It's just healthy thing for the team, because you guys are a team. So great job on that interaction. All right.
Great job. Okay.
What does living in look like? What does it look like to live in your marriage? Okay, you want to celebrate your wins. This is acknowledging growth. This is acknowledging progress. This is complimenting. This is celebrating each other. This is the sticky notes. Put them on the bathroom, what you love about one another. This is shooting text messages. I will send Krissy some appropriate text messages, and then I will ask her, do the kids have your phone? And then I will send her inappropriate text messages. And they are a blast, and I cannot wait until she gets home after I send those and she responds. True story, I don't know why my inappropriate text messages are always usually when she is going to Costco.
It always is. I'm like, hey, I'm busy. I'm doing stuff. I'm dipping and diving in between people. Like, I'm trying to figure this out. Quit texting me. It's always when I'm in Costco. But I want to give you guys vision behind this. Here's why this is important, and you can't fall short on these things. We have to constantly celebrate. How many of you guys think something really positive about your spouse, but you don't tell them? Like you think, Steffi's like, I don't think anything positive.
No. I tell him the positive.
You tell him, yeah. But it's important.
I think it. I speak
Turn
it.
that a little bit
I
this
think
way.
I speak it. But it's like we do that. We think things all the time, but they don't always come out of our mouth. But here's why it's important. If we can constantly celebrate our spouse and they know like how much we love them and how good they're doing and how much we appreciate them and celebrating their wins, if they're going on a health journey, if whatever the case may be, when you have these hard conversations, they're not as hard. Because they feel so overwhelmed with
So good.
love and passion and celebration from you already that those other things don't seem like that big of a deal.
Yep. The next one, laugh often.
That I failed for a really long time at this. I was so serious and everything had to be so serious all the time. And I'm like,
Our relationship is serious.
and it was like very early on in our relationship and in our marriage, and he was obviously not serious, like ever, which I think there is a good balance, right? Because I remember telling you one time, what?
No, keep going.
I remember telling you one time, like, you, like, were never serious. And I'm like, you tell me you love me, but, like, I don't even feel like it's the truth because you're always goofing around. I told him one time, like, I feel like you treat me like your sister, like, goofing off and messing with me. And I'm just like, stop it. So there is a balance, right? That's 22-year-old Joe.
Yeah.
And 38-year-old Joe. I'm sorry.
But to tie into that, again, the point of laughing often is, ladies, your husband wants you to be their best friend. That's what men want. So that's why, even if you don't care about what they care about, they want to bring you along with it. Krissy did not care about football the way that I cared about football, but I want her to watch it with me. There's certain things that she's like, I talk to her about movies all the time. The director, the producer, the writer, the actor. She's like, I don't give a crap. I know that's happening in her mind, but she actually doesn't say that out loud. She engages in the conversation with me because she's my best friend. And so that's when we can laugh about this kind of stuff. And so you want to build that relationship. And again, what are you laughing about? Again, this is probably TMI, but a couple weeks ago we were having sex and I don't remember what happened, but we just started laughing about something. I don't know if we hit heads. I don't know what it was, you know? And we were just laughing. And you have to make life light, right? It can't always be so serious. And sex should be fun and being able to like laughing at a certain point. Now, don't laugh at your husband, okay? We don't want to do that. That's different, ladies. The next one, rest. Rest together. Create spaces of peace and rejuvenation. My place of peace is my bedroom. I can't stand it when my kids come in there. I'm serious. I try to be sweet with them. They brush their teeth in our room because we have a bathroom. I hate it. I like go to your bathroom. We have 2 other bathrooms in the house. Get out of here. This is my sanctuary. This is for me and Krissy. They don't sleep in our bed. It's just for me and Krissy. Even when they're like feeling sick or whatever, we're like, hey, we're gonna pray for you. We'll lay you back in, rub your back, all the stuff. But like, this is for Krissy and I.
I'll go lay with them.
Yeah.
Make me out.
Yeah, we don't ignore them. I might, but. Sabbath. What does your Sabbath look like? Do you actually get a restful day? Do you have margin in your calendar for each other, right? For rest, of knowing if I'm going to work all day, do I get time at night just to refresh? A no phone zone. Everybody say that with me. No phone zone. What does that look like for you? Because, again, you duplicate who you are. If you don't want your kids being on their phones once they get phones, are you modeling that right now? That's why, like the other day I shared, when we're at dinner, I don't have my phone, I don't have my watch, I'm connected with them. Same thing with Krissy and I. There was a time where both of us had Instagram and TikTok and YouTube just deleted off of our phones. So then when we're laying at bed at night, we're actually like looking each other face to face and having conversations. And we would, again, laugh, and it led to a lot more sex. So delete Instagram again as we're finishing this up. So what does it look like for you? Like, so for Mike, for him, rest is yard work.
It's your worst nightmare.
100%. That's not peaceful at all for me, at all. So again, all of us, our spouses are different, you're different. So if one of your spouses yard work, like Krissy, it loves DIY stuff. Like she wants to go find a used dresser on the side of the road, bring it home, sand it down, repaint it, leave it in the house, or sell it. To me, that's work. That's not rest, you know? I'm like, I don't want to do that. Michael's saying that he likes that same thing in the back. He was like,
We're
that's
the same
him.
I'm
You know?
the same as you men
Yeah.
for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't like labor, I guess. But it's knowing each other. So, but she enjoys that. So guess who's lifting up the heavy dresser that she finds on the side of the road?
Me.
I'm watching the kids.
Still me.
I'm watching the kids. But because I do know that she loves that, I'll take a picture as me and the kids are on a bike ride and I see a dresser, I send it to her, right? I'm like, hey, go get Eric's truck and come pick this up. He'll help you out.
I want to challenge you guys, though. I think culture tells us what rest is, and it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Being on your phones, like physically being in front of a screen, you might feel like you're checked out brain-wise, you're just scrolling and reels. I'm telling you right now, physically, that is not rest for you. It's just not. It's scientifically proven that that is not going to physically help your body to rest. And so it's like, it is knowing those things. I'm not saying don't do those things because we send funny reels to each other and then we laugh together and all that kind of stuff. But like really knowing what rest is for you guys and how that fills you up.
And like for some of you, like Karina doesn't like being home. Her rest, she wants to go out and
What did
do
I say
stuff.
the other day? I was like, you can't contain Karina.
Yeah.
Let her out. Let her free.
So it's, again, knowing that about your spouse. If she actually finds rest in doing things, of going to the park, of being in nature, that's what you want to do to support your spouse. But having the healthy conversation. Because if we did DIY all the time, I'd be dead. I'd be exhausted. My rest, like I love a walk, I love a hike, I love the gym, I love laying on the couch, I love naps, I love movies. That in a nutshell is my rest right there. Or being with you guys, like hanging out with people, like I find rest in that.
And that's our last one, honestly. That's hosting others.
Yep.
You were actually created for community and to pour out onto other people. So as your marriage strengthens, and I'm not saying do it all the time, not all of us are extroverts. I'm actually an introvert. I charge by myself. My husband does not. He, if you can't tell, he is charged by you guys. I need to go in the room and do nothing. And so,
Well, maybe not nothing.
no, nothing. But you have to know that God
Must not be Monday.
God actually created you for community, and there is actually rest in that as well.
Yeah.
And like, this is what it looks like to like live in. Don't isolate yourself. That's what we're saying.
All right.
Cool.
Okay, as we're wrapping this up, before we get to our vow renewal, I would love to actually, I know I was joking with you guys, Mike and Stephanie have been married the longest here. How many years? 24 years.
Wow.
25 next June. That was July. Next June. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Come on up here. We want to know the secret.
Yeah. What's our bra size?
If there was wind and he's wearing a towel. I mean, really, there is no secret. You guys just have to love each other. Like, that's first and foremost before anything.
Yeah.
Before sex, before anything. Like, you have to love each other. You have to cherish that love and just nurture it every single day. You have to compromise 50-50. It's like, even if you don't want to do something, just do it. Like, that is it. I mean,
Yeah.
That's it.
I think we overcomplicate it.
We absolutely do.
It is mundane.
Well, Stephanie, she gave me a list the other day. Like, what did you share when it comes to marriage?
Well, I think for me it is like order, like recognizing that you always prioritize God, then your spouse, then your children, then and I think like in the beginning when we were, we got married at 20 and 21, like you guys, we had a baby at 17 and 18. We bought a house, we went through college together, and so I think, like, I'm a crier, it drives him crazy. It's on his list, stop crying.
One thing you could work on.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But I think, like, once you put that in order, everything else falls in place. And
Yeah.
it is like it's truly like that deep unconditional love. Like there's times where I'm so mad, but I love him so much that I might not like you this second, but I love you, and I would never do anything
good.
to
Yeah.
disrupt that love. Just like I love God, and I don't want to do anything that
Yeah.
So
would
good.
break that bond. You know,
That's
between,
beautiful.
like me and God, I would never do anything to break that bond. And I think you have to forgive quickly.
Yes.
Like, there's times where I'm like, I know I was an a-hole when I left for work this morning, so I'm just going to text him or call him right now and just apologize for the way that I spoke, or, you know.
So good.
Because we are completely different people,
Yep.
you know.
Yep.
But it's like, it's simple.
Why
We
does
do
that make you so
over and over.
emotional though? Like when you talk about
I'm
it.
just like, I'm so proud of, you know, like, I mean, I truly am like so blessed. I'm so proud. And I just like give all the glory to God because like, it's God, you know? I mean, it really is. It's God and His goodness and His grace and His mercy, and like you have to have that for each other. And so I see like in younger people, and it's hard when you have littles, and it was harder when we had littles, but like so many people prioritize their kids, or so many women try to like run their house, and it's like that's not what God planned. Like there's times where I'm like, I know I could do this better, but like, or in my head I could do this better, but like you are the man of the house, and I'm gonna let you lead it, and then at the end of the day, it's always better the way that you know God had planned for it. So.
Yeah.
Well, something
So
even
good.
you were sharing with me the other night at dinner, and that was exactly what I was looking for, what you just shared. But you were also sharing with me how you guys weren't always in church. You know, because sometimes you could hear that and be like, oh, they must always been Christians. But you guys were out, and you said you noticed your relationship struggling. Would you share that?
Yeah. I think so. We started in church in a strong, I feel like a strong foundation in church, and then I got church hurt. We left, and the further we got away from the Lord, the harder our marriage got, the harder our home life got, the worse our finances were, and once we were always believers, we always prayed together, but once we got back into church and prioritizing God, like, you know, once that everything got back in order, you know, like, you know, when your house is in order, everything's going well, and I feel like when everything's in order this way, everything is going well. And so it is, it's staying in community, and it's being with like-minded people.
Right.
You know, we lost, I don't know who I was talking to, but we lost a lot of friendships because we weren't out partying anymore.
Yeah.
And it's like, but that's not the community that God wants to surround ourselves with.
That's right.
We need to be with other strong marriages, other good Christian parents, you know, other just so that like-minded community.
Yeah. So good.
I love you guys.
And we do talk about everything. So
Like what? Oh.
Everything.
Anybody else, you know, like, again, Mike and Steph are amazing. You're 44, you said? 44.
You question it
but
every time.
He does. But been married 24 years. So it's like, I mean, only 4 years older than us, but I mean, more than triple our, I'm just kidding. I mean, how long they've been married? So they've gone through so much, you know? So sometimes you might be like, oh, I'm looking for such an older couple to learn from. But it might be a couple that's your age, but they've been married longer than you. Like, hey, when you went through, like, did you ever go through this? And learning from them. Because we learn so much from Mike and Stephanie. And they do. Who they are right here is I mean, they're just amazing people. Super discouraged that they didn't move out to California. But so encouraged that we're still friends.
All like,
Can we help you guys in the company?
yeah, I need you guys all to pressure them as much as
They
possible.
can't get off the boat. They can't get off the boat. But thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Is there anything else, like, one, question, if you guys have questions, we'll do some Q&A. But 2, if you're like, hey, here's something that we're doing that's really working for our marriage. Or here's something that I really got from this week we're going to start applying. So just kind of open forum. Bart?
The one question I know was on your either the marriage conference and that brought up to when I talked last night. I think it's important what you guys say is off limits in a conversation in the bedroom. And I want to talk about that.
What do you
Like
mean?
what we don't talk about in the bedroom?
What you
Oh.
don't talk about
It's
in
pretty
bed.
basic. I mean, we don't bring up any big topics in the bedroom before bed. We don't talk about finances. We don't talk about bills.
And when she does, because it's always her, because I'm checked out, it's my safe
Because
zone.
I'm laid in there,
I'm like, no,
thinking.
like don't talk to me about that.
Yeah.
I'm done.
He's like, we'll talk about it in the morning.
I don't.
The difference is you guys work together.
Mhm.
We work together.
I mean,
We sleep
we-
together.
So
We're always
your
together.
so
Never get a
work
break.
can be nonstop. That's why like my bedroom is my Sabbath rest. So it's like I'm not talking about ministry. I'm not talking about the married life. I'm not talking about finances. I'm not talking about anything. Only thing I'm talking about is sex. Right? Like sex or a movie. Like that's it. That's all we're doing in here.
Was it you?
Uh huh.
That wasn't me.
It could have been.
Like if you're trying to work something out, it's a new position. That's it.
Yeah, but
Yep.
you
So-
have to protect it.
That's important.
Yep. And
If
so
you
you
wanna-
can-
I'm not saying don't
Sometimes
talk
we
about
get
it.
in our bed, in a room, in bed, like, we turn our backs, like,
Get up and go
Not
talk
a
about it at the
it's not a
kitchen table.
conversation.
I don't care. Just
Yep.
don't talk about it in the bedroom.
Yep.
You know? Anybody else?
Or what you're doing. Like I said, it's question or what you're doing. Like, hey, this is working for us right now.
Well, what works for us is that we're the same. Like, we have the same demeanor. Like, we don't let things, outside problems, become bigger problems by arguing over it. We kind of we both look for a solution for those problems. Like, when we have an issue that comes up, he's not blaming me, I'm not blaming, I'm not blaming him, and we're like, okay, we just have to find a solution. So
Yeah.
we don't argue over the little things. We just kind of like, well, we need to pay this, we need to buy tires, or whatever. It's your fault because you ran over, because my ex-husband used to do that. He used to, everything that would happen would be
Your fault.
my fault. Even if I wasn't with him, it would be my fault.
Yeah.
So like, we don't let those little issues cause us to fight with each other because it's not his fault or my fault. So we just come up with a solution, and we're the same in that aspect. Like
That's great.
Teamwork.
Like,
It's good.
same level-headed. We don't like make it bigger.
Yeah.
By
That's
going,
good.
yeah.
That's good.
Well, and I feel like your demeanor, you're more emotional. But like your demeanor, like I said this the other day, you're just always cool, calm, collected. That's why you're so great at your job, great with leading the church with security. Like you're just level-headed. And so when I'm sure you probably even find safety in that compared to your ex, who used to always point the finger versus like him being like, hey, like let's bring this down, let's have the conversation. And then it helps even that out so you
Well,
feel like a
it took
team.
me a long time to where I could feel like I could go to him with problems. Like if, like with my ex-husband, like let's say we had a budget for like the light bill, and the light bill was $30 more than what I said it was. Oh, why did you lie to me? And it's like, okay.
Wow.
So, like, it took me a long time to be
Yeah.
able to trust that he wouldn't like get mad, or like if I like scratch the car or hit the bumper, I would like hide it and not say nothing, and he would just tell me. Like I can't. We can't get mad at it. We can just fix the problem. So
Right.
it took me a long time to be able to open up to him and be like, well, I would hide like credit card bills and things like that. He's like, just tell. We can fix it.
Yeah.
The two of us. Why are you hiding these
You
things?
can
Yeah.
fix it if you know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it reminds me like when we do marriage coaching, it's really what you guys probably went through for a number of years. But the first thing that we always teach is finding safety in that relationship again. And that's what it sounds like you found in him. Like someone I
And it
can
takes a
actually,
little bit.
it
Takes a
takes
minute.
time.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
awesome,
that's
guys.
good. Cool.
I think the last time I say about the book, people get into it, you start opening up about the positive thing, the negative thing. I think as we go through, we'll get to know each other. I appreciate that one. Because
Yeah.
there's a lot of things we may not know each other about.
Yeah.
We've been together.
Right.
16, that book is going to dig deep. It's going to be painful. But I think that's.
But it'll bring
That's
you
good.
closer together. Yeah.
I think, one of the things that we've been kind of like working on, and I feel like, well, at least from like a man's perspective, right? It's like kind of like self-examining what's not working, or like what's taking my time away from my family. And I told that, I'm like, you got me, girl. Because when I said like, you think I'm killing it, she said playing with the girls, and that wasn't always it. Because I've told you, man, I was addicted to my phone, just social media and stuff. And back in May, I said I'm done with social media. And for her to say that, like the first thing, like it just
Wow.
it got me because I'm like, that's what I'm striving for. I'm trying to be a better husband, a better dad, you know. So just to be able to know, like, there's little things that we can change that will make a huge difference. Because even the girls, I mean, you know, like,
So good.
my back was messed up all last month, and the girls were literally crying, like, I want to play with you. But that was, like, I never really played with them until, you know, May, you know, when I started actually paying attention more and trying to be more active with them. And I don't know, I just think there's little things that we can self-examine. It doesn't have to be a big thing. It's like, what's one thing that I can work on? And for me, it was social media, and just got rid of the whole
Come
thing.
on.
It just makes a difference.
Game
That's so
changer.
good.
It is. a game
So
changer.
good.
The one thing that like we're super proud of, and I don't even know how we found it, but our 5-year-old loves it and brings it up most nights, is peek and pit at the table.
What is it?
Peek and pit. So the whole table goes around and tells you the good thing that happened and the bad thing that
Oh.
happened for the day, and then it
Oh.
like it brings up more conversation.
Yeah.
And teachings.
I like
But
that.
it is like 9 out of 10 times our 5-year-old and our 10-year-old be like, it's peek and pit, and then the 22-year-old's like, you know, I don't want to do this, but we've instilled a little bit different practices in the littles based upon your comment. Like, I was go, career building, going to school with 3 toddlers. Now I'm actually raising my 5-year-old and my 10-year-old completely different. But we do that every single night for dinner. That's the one thing, no technology, we all sit at the table, all 9 of us, and we do peek and pit.
That's
We just
awesome.
talk. Yeah. And it's just like that connection, like, and it's interesting, sometimes it's like law school hasn't responded, or this person's awful, or Mia most of the time is like, I didn't have anything bad, I didn't have a hit, you know, or dad didn't swing me on the swing tonight. That didn't
Yeah.
work. Like, it's just really
Yeah.
cool to sit there and connect on
I like
a
that.
day-to-day level.
I didn't understand what I thought you were like talking about some like cartoon peak and pit, but now I understand like mountaintop peak pit.
The pit.
Yeah, I love that.
That is fun.
And it's like religious every night. It's like what's your peak and pit, what happened for the day, work, school, life, whatever it is.
Interestingly, our daughter, our 5-year-old, brought it home from her preschool.
Yeah.
She goes to, you know, a church-based preschool.
Oh, yeah.
St. Pat's in
Uh-huh.
Chesterton, and she brought it back and taught our family, and then
Yeah.
we've adopted that.
We've been
So
doing
it's
that
kind
for
of
a year.
interesting.
Yeah.
We're learning as an adult from our children.
That's so so
And if we
good.
don't do it, like she's like, we didn't do this, everybody has to sit back down. Like if we're rushing and we didn't take the time, she'll let us know. She
Yeah.
is honest.
I think what's really important about stuff like that is like, again, you guys were talking and I said it's like in the mundane stuff. Sometimes it might be like mundane or not feel like, oh, I learned something real deep or whatever. But we were going through the, and I'm not saying never do this, I'm not saying, but I do see it a lot when you're going through a restaurant. We were going through the dining hall and it was just these kids and they were just like staring at this phone. They were little. And I'm just like, dang, it like made me sad. Like how much time we miss with not just our kids. If you're on a date and you're just staring at your phone, it's like, who the frick is on that phone that's more important than the person right in front of you?
Have you ever been watched at a restaurant? and
Oh,
you
we
watch
do it all the
the
time.
So do we have
We
like-
do it all the time. I want to go
Like, over
smack
there,
them.
grab that guy's phone,
I'm like, why are you
And the
here?
wife's staring at him. and
It's
he's
so
looking at the
frustrating.
phone.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
we do it all the time. Yeah, and so it's like capitalizing on every, and it's like for us, we don't do every meal together. Life's busy, we get it, but we do at least one meal a day together. Most of the time it is breakfast. It might be a little faster if it's not dinner, if we've got like plans or going out with somebody, but like the majority of the time we're eating breakfast and dinner together as a family. And it's like, how many hours does that add up per week, per month, per year, per only 18 years really? Probably less than that, because once your kids get to be teenagers, they're like, I'm going out to dinner with my friends, like I'm out of here. So we really don't have a lot of time with our kids. We really don't. We don't know what tomorrow is promised with our spouse. And so it's like, who cares about all that other stuff? Who cares about the social media? Like, I'll go on social media fast. You get back on, it's like, it's all the same crap. Same crap it was 4 months ago. Doesn't really matter, right? So, anyways, great points.
As we're on social media right now.
Hey, everybody.
We use it to network and connect.
That's
the
right.
Things that matter.
That's
Yes,
right. That's right.
yes. Okay, so 2 things. We're going to do the vow renewal. Again, this is Like it could be 30 seconds.
Really,
this is
guys.
not. This is just saying, hey, I'm committed to you, X, Y, and Z.
If you want to start making out?
Yeah, you know. Yeah, that could be the renewal
Mind
right
your
there.
business
You know.
if somebody else is.
Another thing though, tonight after dinner, because it's our last dinner together, it's Hawaiian night. Coconut shrimp.
It's like tropical night.
Yeah, but what I want to do is I'm going to bring these microphones and just my phone, but I would love to record just like a testimony from you guys, like what you got from the trip, what you appreciate about it. If there's
If
anything,
you could encourage somebody to come next year,
Right.
like whatever.
because we want to share that obviously with the church and with the Married Life online community. So this continues to build year after year after year. And so even like yesterday when the first day we came down, none of these rooms were set up like this. It was just big open room. I was like, we could fill this in 5 years, you know, like just like having that mindset, right? Of like seeing married couples wanting to invest in themselves, you know? And so anyways, would love to hear your guys' testimony and just share what stood out to you, what you got from it as a couple, maybe individual, whatever. Sound good?
Do you want to play some music while people do this so it's more private?
Yes, I will, if I can figure it out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
What'd you say?
Melissa
Oh.
wants to go up there
No, I
first.
don't. No, I
So good.
don't. Even though this was my idea, guys. Sorry.
Your idea. You see, there you go. There you go. So far.
No. No. It was because we renewed our vows, but then
We're not going up, we did it
came
all.
to, but we came to visit.
No,
and
just
not-
between